Good morning. It is, I think, Saturday, July 19th. Out on a very short morning run because yesterday I did too much and ran too fast, and now I don't feel good, or didn't yesterday. Good morning. Um, so that's what's up with that. Probably only a mile because I went almost 4 yesterday, which was an unintended 4. So I spent the majority of the day like recovering. I think I let my blood sugar get too low, and that was not great. I keep saying I'm gonna do better at vlogging and then I forget, but that's okay because my sister just uploaded a like 24-minute vlog of Disney, so that's great. Apparently we've pivoted our channel to books and Disney with a little bit of crafting, but I think it's great. Interests change and shift and get and evolve, and that's wonderful. So let's check in with the schedule for the day. I'm going to the Friends of the Library book sale, the correct weekend this time, not like last time, which I probably can't record at because there's probably kids there, and that kind of thing is probably kind of hectic. The way our library does it is you buy a bag, right? Like buy a bag. It's usually like a Trader Joe's bag, and it's $5 and you fill the bag. So that's pretty great. What I usually do is I usually put all of my books in like a larger, sturdier bag when I'm searching through them all, deciding what I want. And then when I go to check out, that's when I will, what's it called? Like load them in their like predetermined size bags. That way I'm still paying for them and not doing that whole like bring the IKEA bag, which is gigantic. I actually do have a giant Le Creuset bag, but that's all right. Then we have some lessons, and then I think we're just hanging out. Yeah, I think that's it. We're just kind of chilling, catching up on some chores because the chores are never ending. I didn't sleep very well last night. I didn't like fall asleep until like almost midnight. I don't know what was going on. I was fine. Maybe it's because I was like queasy. Who knows? So in terms of projects, I'm on the heel flap of my second sock for the for my test knit, the friendship bracelet socks. So I'm working hard on that. Hopefully we'll be done soon, then we'll block them, and then I have to ask Sanjani what she wants me to do. If she wants me to mail it to her, yeah, what she wants me to do next. I'm almost done with these Persian tiles, big squares. I hope the little squares go fast, because I'm so tired of it. I still have so much yarn left, so I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know if I'll have way more crocheting left than I think I do, or if I'm just gonna have a bunch of yarn left over. I'm not quite sure what's gonna happen, but we'll see. I know it's a real nail biter. And then my knit pearl sweater, I have finally gotten through the knit set, like the knit words section. So it says knit, and then I have another stripe that says pearl, and then another stripe that will say repeat. So my hope is to try and get through pearl this weekend, and then repeat through the week, and then after that it's just stockinette. So then it's like fast. So I'm looking forward to that because I do have the test knit that I'm supposed to be working on, but I did email the designer. Was like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get this done, and she was super great about it. I still do want to finish it and work on it, and by finish it I mean I still need to cast it on. Honestly, I'm super excited about the pattern. It's really cute. I think I just got disenchanted with the whole like knit picks maybe having carpet beetles, and I was like scared to use the yarn that came from them. So and then I had to treat it, and I'm still treating it in the garage right now. So it became too much, but that's all right. So what else are we? Oh, books. The books that I'm reading. I am almost done with A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. It's kind of dragging on. Like it could be done now. Like there's too. Like I'm ready for it to be over. And I'm reading on Kindle Her Shadow So Dark and Lovely, which I was really into, and then the middle got super weird. Yeah, it was really great. Like interesting world building, interesting things. Like it was very similar to Fourth Wing. And then I don't want to spoil the book for anyone who wants to read it, but then it just like the middle, they went through some kind of like similar, kind of like a Herculean task. And that got super weird and confusing. And then their relationship got like, they like sped up. And I was like, why do you even like each other? Like, and you're willing to die for each other? It read like super high school romance, but like early high school, which that's great. And that's one thing when you're discovering your person and yourself and those kind of things. I mean, I'm a high school teacher. I see my students go through it a lot where they're like full send, which is great when you're 14. But these characters, one of them is 26 and one of them is supposed to be like hundreds of years old, but they're like full sending. And I'm like, wait, dying? Roll it back. Roll it back. Yeah. That's my goal in life, just to not be the nurse in Romeo and Juliet in some kid's high school tragedy where I'm like, I'm not enabling this. We're going to pause, reflect, make a wise choice that doesn't involve in death. So that's where I'm like, it's reading like a YA, but it's not a YA. Yeah, so I'm 75% done with it, and for her kid, I need to finish the book for it to count, so I will finish it. But it went from like a, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a 5-star read, to 3, maybe. So hopefully it picks up. Maybe it'll 5-star again, and then we'll even out at 4. Maybe it ends really great. I don't know. But I'm most excited for the book sale today, because I absolutely judge a book by its cover. I don't know who says, I know the saying is like, don't judge a book by its cover, talk about people, right? And of course that's true. But for books, I absolutely judge them by their cover, because their cover is a choice that the author made to represent their book, right? And if the cover doesn't resonate with you, then maybe the book won't resonate with you because you don't resonate with the author's tastes. That's my thought. Or their publisher made them do something, which is a flaw too, but whatever. Anyway, I have to run. Only a mile though. Shaylee is doing a Disney, like, I guess, I don't know, like flasher stash, I guess, of a bunch of her Disney, like, backpacks and ears and stitch markers and yarn and maybe clothes, I don't know. Basically everything Disney she's got. I think she's doing her Legos too. So, her new obsession is Disney. I'm not a big Disney girly, but I like watching people do Disney obsessions, but it's not really for me. My new obsession is books. If you've been watching all month, then you know that I have a big obsession with books now. I lost it for a long time, kind of high school and college kind of beat it out of me, but now I'm back and ready to mix it up. So I went to the Friends of the Library book sale today, and basically it was $5 a paper bag, and they're like the big like Trader Joe style bags. Well, we packed up our whole bag, and my husband's very like analytical, so he was able to get almost every single book into one bag. Well, we had one book that didn't go, but the girls really wanted a book, and we could have just bought the book for $1, or we could have bought a whole other bag for $5. So that's what we did instead. So we bought two bags of books for $5 each, so $10. My husband got 2 books. One of his books is on like business management, and one of them is like a first-hand account of 9/11. So he was interested in those. He got 2 hardcovers. So already that's way more than $10. I got maybe 40 books for my classroom, which is awesome. I'm not going to show you those because they're like teaching phonics and picture books and those kind of things. And then my daughter's got 18 books, mostly on princesses. I'd say like 90% princesses. But what I'm to show you is the books that I got. A lot of them are hardcovers. So this is a steal. Support your friends at the library. I'm going to read them. I'm going to do the read a first chapter. If I don't like them, they will either go into another little free library, or in my own little free library, because my dad's going to build me one. So here we go, because this has got to go quick because I'm already 2 minutes in and there's a lot of books. So make a guess right now on how many books you think I bought. All right, here we go. I have, first book is The Leeway Cottage by Beth. Oh no, I didn't think about any of the author. I don't know. Kuchion. This is a set in the 1940s. I'm not going to read you the whole book jacket because it's a lot. It's set in the 1940s, and it's about Denmark and like Nazi Germany. And you can actually see the person who donated in here. She's got her little addressing. I think the book gets lost, but she donated this book. Book number 1. Next is Ellie Kemper's My Squirrel Days. She's an actress. If you're not familiar with her, she was on, I know her most from Office, but she was also on the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. And I think it's like a memoir. So I'm excited to read this one. It's a shorter book. 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray. This, I think, would be considered like a general fiction, maybe? I don't know. I haven't scanned any of these books into Goodread. Goddess. This looks like a historical fiction. To me, it is set in Versailles in 1686. And this is by Kelly Gardner. Oh, this will be interesting because there's a lot of French words, and I'm not that great with French. But it'll be great. Oh, the tagline is Runaway, Adventurer, Opera Singer, Sword Fighter, and Lover. So it does sound like a really interesting historical fiction. This is My Husband's Wife, which sounds like a thriller. I love thrillers. This is by Jane Corey. It's her debut novel, I think. Even though it says author of Blood Sisters, I think this is like a reprinting. I looked it up. This book I'm so excited about. This is Into the Wild about Stephen. I think his name is Stephen. Yes, Chris McCandless. He's also known as Alexander Supertramp. He's the young man who was trying to survive in the Alaskan bush. He unfortunately did not, but I'm excited to, like, I've been thinking about, he's kind of one of my Roman empires. I think about it a lot, about like surviving out there. No, I'm not outdoorsy. Don't even think I'm going to try that at all. But it seemed really interesting. This is by John Krakauer. So I'm really interested in this book. There's more. But wait, there's more. This is The Language of Flowers by Vanessa Diffenbaugh. It's set in Victorian times, but the the character's name is also Victoria. So that will be interesting. This, I think, is like a historical fiction, or maybe general fiction. This is Shadows by Edna Buchanan. Set in the 1920s, and it's about a cold case, so it's kind of mystery thriller-esque. This was one of the last ones I picked up. This is Salvation of a Saint by Keigo Higashino. And it says it's the first major English language population from the most popular writer in Japan. So it says when a man who's about to leave his marriage, he is poisoned to death, and then his wife becomes the main suspect. So that sounds interesting, kind of a thriller. This is April in Paris, 1921. A Kiki Button mystery. So sounds good. Another murder mystery. I like mysteries and thrillers. This is Jessica Fellowes' The Mitford Trial. This is set in 1933. There's a trend I'm noticing. Maybe this is the same person who donated it, but there's been, what have I read? At least 4 that are somewhere between the 20s and the 40s. The first one is 1930s, Paris, 1921. This one is 1933. There's another one that's set in the 40s, I think. It's a lot. There's more. Don't worry. Much, much more. This is The Little Paris Bookshop. I don't know what my theme with Paris is either. This is about mending broken hearts, so I think it's another one of the literary fiction books. It's by Nina George. This looks so cute. The stack, if you're seeing where my hand is going, is almost as tall as my sewing machine. This next one is The Ghost of Hannah Mendes by Naomi Reagan. And this is kind of another historical fiction, I think. It says, when Catherine da Costa, a wealthy Manhattan matron, learns she has only a short time to live, She realizes that her family tree will die unless she can pass on its legacy and traditions to her granddaughters. So then she like digs up she's all these memories, and she's visited by the ghost of the indomitable Renaissance businesswoman named Hannah Mendes. So exciting too. Looks interesting. This is The House Girl by Tara Conklin. It says Lena Sparrow is an ambitious young lawyer working on a historic class action suit seeking reparations for the descendants of American enslaved people. Josephine is a 17-year-old house slave who tends to the mistress of a Virginia tobacco farm, an aspiring artist named Luann Bell. So it looks like it flips perspectives between Lena and Josephine. So that sounds really interesting. Only 3 more. Last 3. This is Eliza's Daughter, which is a sequel to Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, written by Joan Aiken. So I think it's like a retelling kind of situation. No, I lied. Sense and Sensibility. Okay, on the level, I've never read Sense and Sensibility. I don't think I read Pride and Prejudice, but we're gonna wing it. I'm gonna read it anyway, or maybe I'll do like I'll find a graphic novel of Sense and Sensibility so I know what's going on. Because, yeah, it says, because she's an illegitimate child, Eliza's raised in the rural backwater with very little supervision. So she's unfettered. She makes friends with poets like William Wordsworth and Samuel Coleridge, and finds her way on her way to London. Another historical fiction. There's a lot of historical fiction, and I really enjoy seeing what people donate and seeing if it's like all from the same person's collection. These are all, if you've noticed, are in very good shape. I don't even know if people read all of these. This is The Dry by Jane Harper, and this appears to be a novelist or like a thriller mystery, and this is her debut novel. It says federal agent Aaron Falk hasn't been back to the place where he grew up in 20 years, not since he and his father were run out of town. But then his child best friend and his family was murdered, and then he gets a note, and then, mystery ensues. That's exciting too. And the last one is The Embers by Hyatt Bass. And this is a once charmed family is forced to confront the devastating tragedy that struck years ago in a fiercely tender tale of betrayal and reconciliation. It's also a debut novel of buried secrets and deep regrets. This also is from this is confusing. There's a plate in here, and it says gift of Friends of the Temecula Libraries, carrying the torch since 1979. So I think it means it was like, it's got the tag like it was a library bar, and it's got a library board card. So maybe here's my thought on where this book came from. The Friends of the Library purchased it in Temecula, California, which is near San Diego for us if you don't live in California, which San Diego's about 7 to 8 hours south of me. So the Friends of the Library bought it for this is Gabs' theory. Do I know if it's true? No, it's not. Man, do I like to wonder where my books have come from. Friends of the Library bought it for the Temecula Library. Eventually, they deadstocked it. Maybe that's what they call it. Whatever the term is, the library decided it wasn't that popular anymore, so they added it to their Friends of the Library section. Someone bought it from there. Read it, didn't like it, or read it, loved it somehow, and then have redonated it to the Friends of the Library in San Jose. I'm going to read it. If I like it, I'll finish it. But regardless either way, I probably won't keep it. And then I will put it back into the world again. I don't usually keep a bunch of books. I only have one bookshelf, and unless I know I'm going to read the book 18,000 more times, I probably won't keep the books. Books that I would read, I've read a million times, are Philip Pullman, Richard Peck's A Long Way from Chicago, and A Year Down Yonder, and Season of Gifts. I love that trilogy. My favorite. And Karen Cushman's Catherine Called Birdie. Those are like my 4, like, if you're like desert island books, it's them. I've read them so many times. I've read Catherine Called Birdie so many times that the cover is like off the book. Like the spine is cracked and like this part of the spine, like where you can see the words, is gone. And like I've taped the cover back on so many times. I actually saw a couple copies of Catherine Called Birdie at the book sale, and I was like, should I pick another one up? And I'm like, no, I like the one I have. So yeah, those are my like 4 books. I think A Year Down Yonder is my favorite of the Richard Peck trilogy. I also like Here Lies the Librarian. So it's great. I love Richard Peck's like Chicago Great Depression series. That's it. Let's count the books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 books. That's a lot of books. And I think it was a great deal on books because even if let's see, this one doesn't have a price on it. This one is $16. So if I bought this book brand new, basically I could have only bought this book. But I bought 17 books plus all the books for my children and my husband and my classroom. So I encourage you to shop your Friends of the Library sale. Donate to the Friends of the Library because all the money that the Friends of the Library make, at least in San Jose, and I'm pretty sure that's the same in most places, is all of the money that they make, the volunteers donate it back to programs at the library. So this Friends of the Library sale at my branch, they were specifically raising funds to host an immigration know your rights like workshop, as well as to help community members who are going through like the naturalization process. So I thought that was really cool. So that's my $10, and then I will kind of send it. I'm gonna pass them out. If there's a book on here that I showed that you're like, I desperately want to read that, like, you pay for shipping and I'll mail it to you. If you're like, I need that book, I've been looking for it forever, I can't find it, yeah, you cover the shipping and I will mail it to you. So I think that's it. I'm gonna go back inside because my daughters are purging their bookshelf, because the rule is if it doesn't fit on your bookshelf, you can't keep it. So I don't know if I'm pretty sure these 17 books will fit on my bookshelf, but I really can't get any more. So I have to like crank through it because if it doesn't fit on my bookshelf, I can't keep it either. So fingers crossed that it fits on my bookshelf. It's gonna look really nuts, but I think it's gonna fit. All right, we're gonna pack up all these books. It fits. It's not cute, but it fits. I do not have a cute booktuber